Here we go.
Oh, damn. Oh, it's these Jabronsters again.
Oh god.
So from where we are, like, now just let Kyle do all the scouting.
Alright, so are we sending only Kyle to... Yeah, we should at least... Yeah, we should send Kyle to scout.
I mean,
if he dies, then...
I'm still gonna make a shitload of noise if I'm invisible, so you don't want me to go anywhere near that place.
Definitely don't. Let's see, how sneaky am I? Although I can't go invisible.
I mean,
so.
at the same time, like, you might make a shitload of noise, but if you're invisible and we're a distance away, they probably won't even hear it, and they'd have to still, like, they'd only have a very vague idea where you might be.
Kyle's
If they hear Grizz walking like clank, 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 clank.
Oh,
Yeah, but
do you think they
but
hear
if we're
me?
going around, we don't have to be close to the keep to go around to get to the hill.
I mean, the scouting thing worked pretty well last time.
Yeah, just have them scout it out, okay? And then we'll go around, maybe. Go get them, Haer'Dalis. You're my hero.
Keep dreaming. All right, so I guess I'll just do what I did last time, because I'll activate my ring.
Yep.
And I suppose I'll make stealth checks, because it probably is important here. Okay. That's that, and that is different.
A million.
That is plus that. Alright, move silently.
You think you're pretty sneaky.
Hide
Plus 20.
hide is a little bit less.
You're goddamn invisible. You think you're pretty goddamn invisible.
Can we see
Right.
him?
No, you can't. He is invisible, and therefore...
That's true.
Yeah.
Unless you can see invisibility...
Well, good thing I can. Not do anything
so-
like that.
So these are walls, I'm
Yes.
assuming. Okay. I can really only enter from the stairs. How high do these stairs go up?
Like less than 5 feet, maybe 2 or 3.
Ugh.
You can see just from being this close that the hill at the back is actually really damn steep. And it
Where's
might
the
be
hill?
At the very back.
Okay.
So would this keep basically be up against a wall?
Pretty close.
Alright. I will move up to the stairs. Just looking at something. Yeah. I'll move up to the stairs. I'll begin to ascend the stairs unless I hear something before I get there.
The guards are just sort of chattering to themselves.
So do they come into view as I get to the stairs, or do I have to climb the stairs? Or...
Oh, you can see them from when you were on the road.
Where's the door? Is it right here?
It's in between the two guards, yeah.
How tall is that wall?
Which wall?
The one where the door is?
Like 25 feet.
Alright, fuck it, I'm gonna try to pass by them.
Like through the door?
Yeah, is the door shut?
The door is shut.
Oh, well then, fuck that.
I'm so sneaky, I'm gonna open this giant door.
Well, I thought the door was open.
Nah, the door is shut.
Wait really long for the wind to be like really heavy, and maybe they'll just get blew open. Like really long.
Alright, well, I don't... And the wall on the outside of the keep you said was 25 feet high?
Yeah.
And how, steep, how, what's the stonework like? Is it rough, or
It's like brick.
does it look climbable?
if you're really good at climbing and you have a grappling like hook.
I do have a grappling hook.
You might
Actually-
you might be able to get up on a grappling hook. You think you'd be able to get traction with your feet if you had
Okay.
rope to hold up on.
I'm gonna go around over here. And what is that like a?
It's like a spiral roof kind of deal.
It's like a little mini tower sort of thing, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm gonna take my rope and attach it to my grappling hook. Do I need to make a use rope check for that, or?
Nah, you attach your rope to your grappling
Okay.
hook.
I am going to throw my rope up the wall and try to hook the grappling hook onto the top of the wall.
Okay, that'd be like a ranged attack, I think.
Okay, so that is plus blah plus blah. I wish I had +1 rope. Oh, boop. That is to attack the wall with my grappling hook.
Essentially, yeah.
I
Wait,
rolled it.
a 31 again?
Yep, I have
Jesus.
10. Well, it's range, and I have my dex
Yeah,
bonus.
that's
So
You hook the rope onto. It has like those little bevels, like towers do,
right.
and you hook it into one of those, and it doesn't make a whole lot of noise.
Okay. I will begin to try to climb the rope.
All right.
So that is a climb, which is not that great, but that's okay. Do I get bonuses for using the rope, or is it just...
It's gonna make the check lower, essentially.
Oh, God.
At least it was your first one and not like halfway.
Yeah, you're on. You don't really do this climbing thing a whole lot. You're trying to figure out how you like fasten it around you and make your way up. It's not clicking immediately for you.
Okay.
The grappling hook, as you're moving around with it, is starting to make some noise.
Well, seeing as I can't really climb the wall,
I mean, you could if you didn't suck.
Got him.
Got him.
I guess I will probably take my rope back down, as I can't climb the wall. Because the only other thing I wanted to do was try to climb the wall and see if there was something on top that was... But I don't really want to go through that door because they're right there. But I guess I'll return to them because there's not really much else I can do, honestly. Besides, like, scout out the sides of it. But I assume as I scout out, like, if I scout out the sides, I can't get back here because that hill's in the way.
Correct.
So
you can make a
not really-
climb check on the hill, but
there's
That
not
would-
really...
significantly more difficult than climbing the wall. With
But I
the
mean,
rope.
as I search the outside of the walls, there's not really anything... There's no interesting... Could I check for secret doors on the outside of the wall?
Yeah, you sure can.
All right, search. It's actually not bad. That's kind of shit roll, but
You
whatever.
find all 0 secret doors.
All right, well, I don't have
So
much else
as
to
you're
do.
searching, you do get a general. I'll give you something. You do get a general layout. You get the idea that at each of the 4 corners, you see those auxiliary towers. And at the back here, you can glean that that's where the like entrance to the inside of the keep is. You can also tell that the tower thing in the middle appears to make up most of the second floor. You can tell from judging the angles on it that, like, these stairs here, they slope down and they actually, you climb up in order to get to your guard post.
Right.
So you can glean that the first floor has a larger area than the second floor of the building.
All right. Well, with that, I'd probably go back to them because I don't really have much else to do.
Alright. You go
Um,
back to them.
I say, yeah. So I divulge the information, the general layout of the keep, and I also say there's these two. Front door is obviously barricaded, but it's guarded by two white mantle. They didn't seem to notice my presence, but I'm thinking if we can take them out quietly, we can infiltrate the keep without alerting everyone else. But if we start getting into a fight with them and they make some noise and they alert the others, we might have a bit of a problem. But they're on the others. They're kind of on the outside, on the entryway of the keep itself. So, if we could somehow deal with them in a stealthy way, and I do have poison that might help with that.
Did it seem like there was a way up behind it onto the hill? Like we could walk up it from way around?
No, the hill looks extremely steep, and even if we were managed to get up there, I imagine that it would be quite the arduous task to transition from the hill to the keep itself. I think the only way we can really get in is if we either go through the front or we try to scale the wall, but the wall is pretty large. It's about 20-25 feet high, and even then there's no guarantee that once we scale the wall that we can get in easily without alerting everything.
Yeah, you would probably have to toss me if we climbed the hill.
I mean, the only other thing that I could do is, and I kind of pull out this figurine, and
This
it's,
is the fucking griffin.
the figurine's like this little golden griffin statue, and I say I could summon
you,
this.
You summoned the griffin. They know what it is.
Yeah, we know what the griffin is.
I'm trying to paint a scene here, and you guys are whatever. All right. I say I could summon the griffin, and we could take the griffin one by one over the wall in the back, but if that's an option. But then again, it's a griffin, and the odds of them seeing a griffin are pretty high. But that'd be a way to get into the back of the keep without going through the front door.
Could you make the griffin invisible? Pixie
I believe
man.
I believe
Sindrik.
our Pixie friend could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe.
Let me
it's
look up
possible.
I have the page reference for this because it's important for the griffin. Because I believe
find the griffin token again, aren't I?
Balthassar,
Hmm?
do you have to see where you're teleporting to?
Why is 90% of the things for the web search for griffin
Uh,
automobiles?
You definitely don't have to be able to see it because the description says you always go exactly where you want within the range.
It was like
Well, no.
600 feet too, right?
It's like, I think it's like 400 something. Let me double check.
We should probably just do what we did last time. Just surprise motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, if we're getting around to the back,
Well, you can get wherever you want, right, Sindrik?
I mean, I can, yes, but you guys would have.
Well, I guess we can too, with the
Invisible
teleport.
Man, and
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I have to
we don't
run.
We don't really need.
You
the
can
griffin
teleport
if,
too.
No, I can bring her with me this time.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you
had Collin
can?
last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last time
Oh!
the only reason that he
right.
couldn't was because of Uhtred.
Alright.
So,
Right.
Sabina, you don't even have to run this time. Like,
Yeah.
so long
Even though
as
it happened in like half a second.
well, because Kyle would have to get. Haer'Dalis would have to get in, as well. So he'd. If you're bringing Sabina with you, Haer'Dalis has to find his own way in as well.
well,
yeah.
I could use the griffin for myself.
And he can go with you with your invisible bubble.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, it's 640 feet from me
Because
right
the griffin is able to take me, but I could carry. I think the griffin can carry someone in its claws, but I don't think anyone wants to be in that position. So, but I can take the griffin, and if Sindrik wants to provide me with his magic to keep me from, because if I go invisible, the griffin still is visible. It only affects me, my ring, that is. So,
Well, I could fly alongside you with the griffin,
yeah, that's what I
and
mean.
then me and the griffin could be invisible.
Yeah,
and you
and
can wear your ring. I mean, you don't even have. I mean, I guess you wearing your ring might help, but you don't necessarily have to.
I would say that the spell, if he's on the griffin, he's occupying the same space, so it would still hit him. It would hit both of them.
Yeah, I think your spell would affect both
Well,
of us.
invisibility sphere has a 10-foot radius,
Yeah, so that's definitely fine.
Yeah, definitely.
so I
So-
just have to fly with them.
And I mean, the griffin can be. It's not the most quiet thing, but it's, better than me trying to climb the wall naturally, because I tried doing that when I was scouting the place out, and that failed spectacularly, so.
I mean, so long as Griffin McGriffin Pants doesn't go scrah,
Well,
No,
I
she's,
think we'll be okay.
she'll be fine.
What sound do griffins make again?
What's the griffin?
Scrah!
What'd you say? What's your name? Oh, no, never mind. Okay.
But
I thought you were
anyways,
asking
He just
what her
did a
name
really good impression of a griffin.
I did name her, though. She
How
is named.
far
What
away
is her
from-
name? Is it Statue McStatue Face?
No,
Nah, that's too bad.
it's
How far away from the keep are we right now?
I'm dying for this name.
We'll never know.
you guys will find out when I summon her.
Alright.
You guys are probably like, I don't know. We're gonna say 450 feet.
Jesus.
Alright, well, how about we, are we going to take out the front guards? Is that, or are we just gonna go past them?
Yeah, are we taking out the front guard now, or are we just going in?
I guess we don't really know what's beyond them. That's all we know is the two guards at the front.
Haer'Dalis, did you happen to see anybody like up above, like archers in the towers or anything, or?
I wasn't able to.
No, you
See
saw
them.
the archers.
Oh, well, yes. I take back what I said. I saw all the archers, every archer that ever could be. I saw all of them.
Every
That
archer.
doesn't sound very convincing.
But yeah, I saw there were archers on the walls. Yes.
Okay. Did you is there a solid platform like near the top of that wall or like behind it, or is it just like a big ass drop? Because
Behind the
If-
keep.
like behind the walls of the outer walls of the keep, because if we're just having these guys teleport in and he aims behind the wall, are they gonna drop 30 feet and like break their legs, or are
Well,
they
I
gonna be
imagine
okay?
Sindrik, I'm not sure that's how buildings work.
Yeah, what?
He's worried that behind the outer walls that's like not there's a
Is it a
decline.
wall into like a plaza, or is it a wall and then there's floors?
Yeah, so the archers were on the floors that like they were right out the edge. That's how I saw them because they
Okay.
were up against, so they could teleport on the wall. And then I assumedly from gathering information from looking at the keep, I imagine that there's stairwells and other ways to get down the walls into the interior.
Okay, so our friends will have something to teleport to and not fall and die.
Should we
Hey,
take the
It
archers
was
out
an
first?
illusion.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, should we get the people at the front in case they run to go alert people, or should we get the archers?
Do you, Sindrik and Haer'Dalis get the archers, and then we get the people at the front? Is that...
From what he told us, there was a lot of them. They were kind of spread out.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh.
They might be better off getting the people at the front.
Now,
There's less of
The
them.
music stopped.
if we're only about 400 feet, we do still have the option of sneaking around behind
There we go.
the.
We couldn't really do that because it was basically a steep, like it was basically a wall in back of the keep.
True.
So, plan to me seems like we're going to have Sabina, Grizz, and Balthassar go in via Balthassar's sort of dimension door trick, and then Sindrik and myself will fly in via invisibility, and we will cut down the archers quickly so that they don't have time to react, and then they'll give us an advantage again, and we'll have the high ground against anyone else if we just choose to keep it.
Do you want us to land at the front door?
I would prefer... Well, because Sindrik and I are going to be coming in from the side, so we won't be with you guys initially.
Should
we'll
we
be coming over the
teleport
wall.
in once it seems you're not sneaking anymore?
Well, you
I
can't
mean-
teleport. You can't teleport up on the ramparts, right? Or can you?
Yeah, they should be able to.
Oh, I would say just teleport up on the ramparts because we can take those archers out. Or if you want, you guys can teleport on one side and we can fly in on the other. Sindrik and I should be able to take care. There's only 2 of them on each side. I imagine Sindrik and I won't have any trouble dealing with 2 of them.
Yeah.
Well, and the signaling for last time seemed to work pretty good.
I don't. But yeah, we could see the keep from here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'd definitely be able to see a big old explosion.
You guys can
Alright.
teleport on the other side if you want and take care of the archers on the other side.
Yeah.
Or you can
sounds
teleport on our side. I don't care. Doesn't matter. It's what you guys decide is the best idea.
Let's fucking
Seems-
go.
We'll go on the. I'll bring them to the other side, like the opposite side. You guys go on.
Haer'Dalis, could you draw a rough sketch in the ground of what
Don't
we're
do
looking
that!
at here?
Sure.
No!
I have.
There-
I just
Bear,
grab a
can we
stick.
see the map again? That's my cheaty face. Can we see the map, please? Okay. So this
I
is
begin
this
to
is
draw with a
his
stick.
rough ass sketch.
You're very
Really
good
sure.
at this,
Oh,
Haer'Dalis.
you're great
at this, Haer'Dalis.
in the middle too.
Look at all
All the
this. Look at
staircases go up or down, Haer'Dalis.
this. Look at the detailing in each block of stone.
Well, the staircases go both up and down, because that's how staircases work.
He couldn't see the stairs. Like he wouldn't have been able to see the stairs from where he.
Well, I
Correct.
deduced that there were staircases, considering
Bear,
that
we're gonna have to ask you to make a whole new map that looks more like a shitty sand drawing.
I'm gonna have to ask you to fuck off.
Very good.
Reflex.
Alright.
You should have just given a blank page to Kyle and then have him draw. That's what you should have done.
if you want, I can do that.
All right, so
Yeah, we're okay. I like that idea.
Damn it.
Print
I was
screen,
just
quick,
trying
Kyle.
to help us plan better.
All right.
oh my
trying to.
god,
All right. Trying to remember what this was. Okay, so
this is gonna
gotta
be
get
garbage.
gotta get some grays in here.
Well, it's dirt, so it needs to be brown.
So,
right?
so the keep was like a big square, right? Shit.
You can make like int rolls to see how much you recall.
I just wanted to help us plan a bit
And
better.
like you got like there's a tower over here, and then there's another one over here. There's a third one. There's a fourth one. Right, and then you had there were stairs here. Right, so you had your stairs here, and there was an inner little like. Let me get my gray again. I pull out this I pull out this what do they call them? The fucking like the little painters
Painter's
thing that they have. Yeah, the palette. They pull a little palette and just start dabbling into the fucking ground. A little courtyard here. And you had like
Wasn't there a happy little bush over here?
you had like a jabroni over here. Right. There's another one over here. Right. And then you had like the ramparts up here. Yeah, another one over here. There was a bigger thing over here that I assumed was
I was waiting
This-
for it.
The center, and then you had like the thing back here. Right? So there's like an inner part of the keep, and I assume you enter back here in this part, the ping there. And you know, there was another fucking guy. You had 2 archers. I'm just gonna draw these guys as X's because they're less important. Right? You had these guys over here. And I assumed that you had staircases coming off of these ramparts down into the
We also saw the people right here. Or you told us about 6 archers.
wait, 6 archers? What?
Yeah, there were 2 people above
Yeah.
these guys.
There were?
Yeah, on more ramparts, yeah.
Well, Haer'Dalis doesn't remember that, so I'm not drawing them.
Okay.
Alright, so
You need to make int rolls. You need you int rolls.
right, and then so there's like more staircases. Hey, I'm busy drawing my fucking staircases.
4
alright?
archers, got it.
No, there's 6 archers. I take it back. They were magical. There was something there. I don't fucking know. Right, and you got like 2 guys here. They're different colored. So yeah, and then like, you know, you had the hill was like back here, so that was pretty steep. All right, and then here's me down here.
Do you draw the horns on yourself?
No, that's actually a hood. I take that back. This is my flowing locks.
All of a sudden, Haer'Dalis is like 2 years old. I'm this one. This is me.
Yeah, so yeah, that was kind of what I figured out was the area here.
I will bring us to whatever side the flying people don't. Alright.
That looks amazing. You should use that as your picture, Kyle.
What, the thing at the bottom?
Yeah.
Fucking sorry.
Ray.
Okay.
My feet.
Sawyer, why are your feet different colors?
Well, because I have slippers that give me +2 in charisma and +2 in dex.
Oh, and so one
Okay.
thing, so the ramparts are obviously, they're like, so I'll draw a little, they're like 25 feet high. The wall's like 25 feet high. So, and I assume on the interior, if I can get my fucking colors to change, you know, so this is like 25 feet, right? And then you got 25 over here, right? And then, you know, the whole front and back is 25 feet as well. And then I assume indoors it kind of slopes downward to the interior part of the keep where we're gonna go and hopefully find these. Why are we here? We're looking for hostages, right?
Hostage. Yeah.
Yes, Haer'Dalis, that's what we came here for. Mostly to plunder assholes, but also for hostages.
Right.
I'm
right.
glad we did this.
Yeah. If you want, I can fill in this. Let me fill this in with like a nice cobblestone texture of a light tan here. This is like a, you know. It's like, yeah.
Didn't you say there were people by the door? Oh wait, I
Yeah,
see
those,
them
they're
now.
down there. That I drew them. They're more important, so I gave them arms and legs.
It is now
Right, these ones? Okay.
10:38 p.m. We've been drawing in the stone. We're
Hey, you guys want to? Oh yeah, I tried climbing on the right side here, but that didn't work out so well. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's. Man. Oh, I can draw my
So-
griffin too.
So actually, from what it looks like, if these people, hold on, if these people, oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Whatever. If those people right there are all kind of like in the same kind of line like this, I could do quite a bit to those guys in just one quick go. However, that leaves this guy and this guy right here unattended, so you'd have to get one of those or these people. But how would we handle that?
Wait, what?
Those are bad wings. Ignore those. I can't erase it. There we go.
What I'm saying, Grizz, is these 4 right here, if they're lined up as such, I can do quite a bit to those 4 on my own.
Yeah.
But that leaves the 2 in the back corners unattended, which would mean that you guys would have to all gang up on one of them, and Haer'Dalis could try to sneak attack one of them, or do something, and then that also leaves these 2 down here at the front gate unattended as well.
Then, well, that's why I think we should probably just go for the ones on the ground.
Alternatively, there is a possibility that I could there is a possibility that I could handle these 4 by myself and just try to like destroy them as much as I can. Although that one seems slightly less likely and would require a bit more precision. So
I want to kill someone. This is beautiful and all, Haer'Dalis. You're really adding a lot to this. It's a great plan, but we should go smash something, like an asshole or something.
Yeah,
Please
sure.
stop shading it, Haer'Dalis.
So
But this one's me. Yeah.
who? Because if I
Do
if I
this.
deal with these 4, if I deal with these 4, then that leaves 2 on this side unattended, or 2 on the right side and 2 on the left side unattended.
Yeah, no, I'm listening to you.
So which?
He says as he's inscribed.
Yeah, you deal with those people in front. I heard you.
Yeah. Well, do we want me to deal with the 4 people on the top or the 4 people in the center?
I mean, I thought it was if one part of our group goes to the ramparts on the left and the rest goes to the ramparts on the right, we could take care of those archers, and then all we have left is the people in the center, which we could converge upon.
Okay.
Because I
Well-
can still have my griffin, and I could fly down there.
True. So, am I going to try to take out these 4 in the line then, or am I going?
I
to
thought
try
that you
to
and I were going to
explode
go
these 4?
to these over here and kill those 2, and then Balthassar, Sabina, and Grizz could deal with those 2, and then we could come together as a group and deal with the rest
Right
of these guys.
now. Over them.
Second here. I might have an alternative idea as well.
This drawing of Grizz is pretty good. Let me tell you what.
Oh, you're missing something though.
My lower half. Eye patch.
Oh,
Shit.
wow.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Now
You're wearing it
alternatively,
wrong, but
I may be able to hit all of them at the same time. How much do we care for the structure of these buildings?
Well, we don't want to collapse the whole building in on itself because we have to go rescue people from inside, but as long as you don't completely just demolish the entire structure, it should be fine.
I mean, these guys are just on the edges, like...
I just don't want you to, like, cause an earthquake.
This is
So-
assuming they haven't moved in the past 3 hours of us drawing this.
it has not been 3 hours. It has been
Alright.
real time.
Haer'Dalis
We're gonna
is
say
a
that
very-
it's 7:21
I am
at
a
night.
very efficient, quick drawer, and I respectfully disagree with your interpretation of how long.
We all drew this stuff on the bottom for real, right? This is all here.
I'm assuming so. Yes.
All right, so,
Let's do
so
it!
if we split 2 and 2, where me and
2
you
and
come
3.
over here and the other ones teleport their way over here, that works as well, and then we'll just deal with the people over here as they run over to the as they come to us, or
We'll
I mean, I don't.
take it as it comes.
I imagine that we'll kill those guys very quickly, and
or we could also do this where I position myself over here and I fire across this way. That way I'm still over here to help you handle this guy, and then they can still come over here. That way I'm still kind of dealing with as many people as I can.
right. Yeah, that seems fine.
All right. I'm good to go then. I'll be on the left and you'll come in on the left as well. Ooh. There is a slight problem. If I use invisibility sphere rather than individual invisibility, once you get more than 10 feet away from me, you'll be visible. So
Okay.
I might be better off casting just regular invisibility on your griffin, you wearing your ring, and I'll cast regular invisibility on myself. That way you can move closer into position right over here.
Yeah, it seems fine.
Okay. I'm good. And then so I'm good to go. I'm gonna deplete the spells that I'll need for like mage armor and protection from arrows, and then also shield, which I'll presumably cast once I'm kind of in a more thing. You're teleporting on the right. So I will appropriately deplete my spells for doing all of this, and I'll be ready to go. So let me... Because shield is a first, protection from arrows is a second, and then 2 invisibilities, and mage armor is also a first. So
Bear,
2
is there
ones,
a way to get this side by side with the actual map?
2 1s and 3 2s.
Because it looks pretty accurate.
Maybe.
All right.
Not easily.
So I have all the spells that I would expend marked down for this. I have protection from arrows, shield, and mage armor up for protection, and then presumably I'll cast the invisibility with enough time for us to get to where we need to be. Right? I'm good to
Sure.
go.
All right,
Then-
we doing this?
Nah.
Yes.
Kyle burbed, so
God damn it.
Let's go back and get more people. Approximately all of them. Haer'Dalis really started just like focusing on the drawing, and we can't get
Yeah.
to him now. Let's go feast.
All right. I had to get some pocket mac and cheese that Haer'Dalis pulled out and started eating.
Pocket mac and cheese, like that, just the hard noodles.
I get some hard noodles
and he
and
just
I pull out
snorts
a
the
cheese packet and I just kind of like stuff both in my mouth at the same time and just kind of mix them around.
Don't even like unwrap them. Don't even take them out of the packet. Just all at once.
Alright.
Anyway, so you guys go to start
Hey,
doing this.
Bear, when are you gonna switch it to the actual map?
I just did.
No, I mean like when are you gonna switch it to it though? We drew
I-
this one.
Are you sure?
It looks the same.
Oh, okay, so these guys are not like
Funny guy.